All it takes is one tragic misstep to tank a once-beloved actor's career, turning them from icon to has-been in just a matter of months. Some actors weather this fickle Hollywood storm better than others and keep their careers afloat following even the most devastating flops. Others, however, are not so fortunate and see their star status fall fast after one particularly embarrassing bomb. Actors such as Freddie Prinze Jr. Back when movie studios were tripping over each other to put out teen slasher flicks and rom-coms, Freddie Prinze Jr. was a young man in high demand. He starred in 1997's I Know What You Did Last Summer and its 1998 sequel, then went on to cement his position as a Hollywood heartthrob with 1999's She's All That.
How's it going?
Who the hell does she think she is? I have 2,000 girls in this school, and I could bum monkeys with every one of them.
The new millennium brought a change in fortunes for the actor. While filmmakers were still keen to put out Freddie-fronted romantic comedies, audiences became less interested in seeing them. The actor starred in a string of critical flops in the first few years of the decade, and then decided to try something a little different, playing bleach blonde paranormal investigator Fred in the Scooby-Doo movie.
Fred, what's the secret of your success? Teamwork. I do a tremendous amount of teamwork.
Despite a good showing at the box office, the 2002 adaptation of the classic Hanna-Barbera cartoon was panned by critics and left Prinze Jr. struggling for credibility, something he more or less gave up on when he returned for the film's 2004 sequel. The actor later revealed that he didn't have fun making either movie, and he retreated to smaller projects afterward, including writing for the WWE and penning his own cookbook. Alicia Silverstone. Everyone within a 6-mile blast radius of the studio felt the career aftershocks of Joel Schumacher's epically awful bomb Batman and Robin. But former clueless darling Alicia Silverstone went from a Betty to a Barney faster than anyone.
You're about to become compost.
Her Razzie-winning turn as Batgirl to George Clooney's begrudging Batman helped spoil the release of Excess Baggage, the poorly received crime comedy that was supposed to be her big starring vehicle. 1995's It Girl quickly became 1997's Has Been. Although Silverstone received an Emmy nomination in 2003 for her short-lived ABC series Mismatch and appeared in 2005's Beauty Shop, Batman and Robin foiled her chance at lasting stardom. John Travolta. It's a story of multiple resurrections. John Travolta became one of the world's most recognizable movie stars in the late 70s after Saturday Night Fever in Grease, but by the mid-80s his star faded somewhat thanks to a string of poorly received pictures. He shot back to the top at the turn of the decade after 1989's chatty baby comedy Look Who's Talking raked in an unexpected fortune of almost $300 million worldwide. But it wasn't until the mid-90s that he became relevant again thanks to Quentin Tarantino and Pulp Fiction.
You good looking. You're hot.
A string of successful films followed, but he took a serious misstep with 2000's disastrous Battlefield Earth. Widely panned as one of the worst movies ever made, this drastically miscalculated L. Ron Hubbard adaptation cost $73 million to make and returned less than $30 million, sinking Travolta's career once more. Despite his best efforts, he's been unable to claw his way back since. Demi Moore. She rose to prominence as part of the Brat Pack, an influential group of young actors who had the run of Hollywood in the mid to late 80s. A breakout star of the bunch, Demi Moore went on to mold paranormal pottery opposite Patrick Swayze in 1990's Ghost, a surprise box office sensation. Moore remained a hot property throughout the early 90s, and by the middle of the decade she officially became Hollywood's highest paid actress. But her 1996 erotic comedy Striptease tanked, and Moore's reputation went down with it. She was branded box office poison overnight to the point that Disney started sweating over the release of her next starring role as a soldier in G.I. Jane. One senior executive reportedly told Newsweek, "People just don't want to see her. We would have to drag them kicking and screaming to see this movie." After G.I. Jane also failed to turn a profit, Moore left the spotlight, later becoming better known for her marriage to and divorce from Ashton Kutcher than for her acting work. Taylor Kitsch. When he won the part of running back Tim Riggins in NBC's football drama Friday Night Lights, Taylor Kitsch gained a cult following, which may have ultimately worked against him. Gawker argued the actor was a victim of the Friends effect, claiming Kitsch fans just didn't want to see him outside his signature role, something the studios didn't count on. In 2012, the actor fronted Disney's disastrous John Carter adaptation. The studio lost $200 million, and John Carter became synonymous with box office bomb. The disappointing performance of Battleship later that year proved to be the final nail in Kitsch's coffin, despite his best efforts at channeling Tim Riggins in the doomed board game adaptation.
What seems to be the problem?
I want a chicken burrito.
Johnny, chicken burrito her.
It ain't happening.
Chicken burrito her.
Kitchen's closed, Hopper.
Thanks for watching. Click the looper icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.